Ooh, what's up, y'all? Let's rock. So Samurai Jack returns to comics in a quantum fashion. This article is brought to you by Nerdist.com, posted by Kyle Anderson. Now this intrigued me because the whole Samurai Jack phenomenon has come back and is booming currently for good and bad reasons. One, because the season 5 was amazing. The season 5 comeback was beautiful, but the finale left most people bittersweet and kind of empty. So with this video, there's two parts to it. I wanted to talk about the Samurai Jack return to comics and also the petition to Genndy Tartakovsky regarding the ending that season 5 got. So to talk about this ending, also, if I didn't say it already, Kyle Anderson posted this article about it, and it goes by, very recently, Nerdist Science editor / host of Because Science, Kyle Hill, and I engaged in an hour-long discussion about the complicated and paradox-infused time travel mechanics of the animated series Samurai Jack. It's true, we did that. There were diagrams and pictorial evidence. This is the power of Genndy Tartakovsky's show, which recently wrapped up its 10-episode reveal / finale. We're going to miss Samurai Jack, I will too, on our TV screens, but that doesn't mean we'll have to miss Jack himself. IDW is bringing back to the past that is, Jack and his most universe-hopping adventure yet. So as you can see at the first picture here in the article, it's the cover, it looks like, to Samurai Jack. So we have a very interesting cover. We have Jack here in the background, the original I should say. Then we have a Boba Fett / Vile from Mega Man X looking version of him here. Then we have a, then we have a Tron techie guy in general version of Jack. Then we have a kind of evil looking Jack. I say evil because he has a skull on the front there. He just has this really mean look, and he kind of has a, I forget what that beard design, I almost said Fu Manchu, but I know it's not quite that. It's like the Western style Fu Manchu, really, with the goatee there as well. It's actually kind of reminiscent of the original outfit he wore at the beginning of season 5 with the mask, with the helmet on and everything, I should say. I mean, he's riding a bike too, so it goes hand in hand with it. Then we have the masked wrestler, the Luchador Samurai Jack, it looks like, or Luchador Jack, I should say. And that one intrigues me the most because of Nacho Libre and Mucha Lucha. I loved Mucha Lucha a lot. I liked Nacho Libre as well, but Mucha Lucha, one of the classic cartoons I had growing up. And this one, I think, is a fan service to Professor Utonium from the Powerpuff Girls, because for the longest time, people were saying, and me included, that that was like an ancestor to Samurai Jack or something, or descendant, I should say, that Professor Utonium was a descendant of Samurai Jack, and they did show that the universes are connected. So I would like, honestly, part of me kind of thinks he's a descendant. I don't know. Part of me thinks that. So the return courtesy of writer Fabian Rangel Jr., hopefully I'm not mispronouncing that, Namwell and artist Warwick Johnson Cadwell from Tank Girl, who worked on Tank Girl, takes the form of a series titled Quantum Jack. The story will, as the name would indicate, toss Jack into a quantum leap-esque time-hopping situation, but with alternate realities instead of timelines. So it's doing a total retake of what the Samurai Jack TV series was all about. It was time travel. This one is more so alternate realities, which is very interesting. After getting zapped by an experimental quantum ray, Jack is sent hurtling into one alternate reality after another. His memories erased, but his spirit intact. If you ever wondered what Jack would be like as a leader of a ruthless biker gang of bounty hunters, you'll finally have your answer. I'm beyond thrilled to be working on the newest Samurai Jack comic, Rangel Jr. said. Samurai Jack is a high influence on my storytelling. I think fans of the show will dig what Warwick and I have been cooking up. Cadwell added, Samurai Jack has been an inspiration and constant source of encouragement for me since I first saw it, in terms of art, narrative, and just plain enjoyment. In addition to Cadwell's incredible art style, which you can see in the cover above, that one there, the debut issue will have variant covers by the likes of artists Michael Avon Oming, Alexis Zerrett, and Samurai Jack creator Genndy Tartakovsky. Yeah! Check out Oming's variant cover below. Okay. So this one I actually like a bit more because it looks a bit more clean, and the color scheme is more appealing, I would say. You can see on the cutoff, well, the divide of the sword of the main Samurai Jack there, you have the different Samurai Jacks, or different Jacks I should say, on the other side, and they all look very, very interesting. And you have Gaku in the back there too. And there's my phone, and there's the phone disconnected from the computer. One thing I have to say is I love the way this looks. I just don't like the background to this one too much. It looks a bit too messy. It doesn't look as crisp. And this one looks a bit more clean and cut and just more interesting. It's more of an eye catcher, I would say, than this one. I mean, this one still is definitely an eye catcher, but I think this one would catch my eye more so. So, the series will begin or continue since it was a long... Oops. iTunes, why? There we go. Every time I plug in my iPhone, I get it. So, the series will begin or continue since it was a long-running Samurai Jack comic previously in September. Let us know your thoughts on more and way different adventures with the Samurai Jack. Wow. With the Samurai named Jack in the comments below. So, this is... stupid pop-ups. Okay. So, this is a very interesting article. I really wanted to talk to you guys about this because of the whole thing I said at the beginning. How Samurai Jack is booming once again after so many years being on hiatus. And now that it came to a conclusion, there's still so much we want from Jack because of the... not only because of the ending, but because of questions unanswered. And I'm wondering if this can't... Two questions... Oh my goodness, you stupid pop-ups. Stop it. Okay. So, two questions I have is this going to be canon? And when would it take place, if so? I haven't actually checked out the other comic books before, but I actually forgot they even existed until I saw the finale. So I'm kind of wondering what's going to be happening with these two things here. But I wanted to cover this because my original discussion of the alternate ending that I'm going to be talking about shortly here is my most popular... Shut up, phone. Is my most popular video on my channel so far, so I figured why not continue a discussion of what's currently happening with Samurai Jack and what's to continually come, this kind of outlash as well as just overall hype from what's been going on in the series. So we're gonna go on to the next part of this video and talk about the petition. There we go. The petition brought to you by change.org. This petition was created by David Acosta. This was titled Samurai Jack's Alternative Ending. So this was the video that I covered in my previous video, Ashi's Return, an alternate Samurai Jack ending. And before that, I did a podcast talking about my overall feelings of Samurai Jack and how I felt about the ending, which is, I kind of share the same feelings with the people who are on this petition, where we kind of felt empty about it. So this is going to be a very interesting feel, I thought, because of how in tune it was to one of my endings I talked about in my first Samurai Jack themed content for the channel, which was Back to the Past Samurai Jack, the podcast that I uploaded on here that is in my archive. So I talked about how I had two alternate endings that I just thought of that would be cooler, in my opinion, to have for the ending than what we had. Not to say that it wasn't a bad, not to say that it was a bad ending. I just didn't like it per se. I liked it, but I didn't love it, and I felt empty because of it, and that's why I didn't love it. The ending, I should say. So to go with this, in case you guys don't know, this one with it is, we've been waiting since 2004 for Samurai Jack's epic ending. Season 5 was full of adrenaline, but honestly the ending was inconclusive for a certain audience and left us with an inner emptiness over Ashi's disappearance. We ask for an alternate ending in which Ashi comes back to life in some way, preferably based on this wonderful storyboard of the YouTube user, the Mix06. So shout out to the Mix06 for making the alternate ending that I did a reaction to previously. And so the rest of it goes, thank you very much, and we hope to be heard. We love the series too much, and only an alternate ending piece would leave us totally satisfied. So this is where I kind of agree as well. I wasn't completely satisfied with the ending, and I feel that it wasn't the best that Samurai Jack himself deserved, and I don't think it was the best that us, the fans, deserved. Granted, it's Gendy's art, it's Gendy's baby. He deserves to end it the way he wants to, and I was glad to be on that journey with Gendy, watching the series from beginning to end. But I feel that just because it's his baby doesn't mean that the ending he wanted for it may be the best for that character. That's what I'm getting at with this ending. And that's why I signed this petition, because I agree that this alternate ending needs to be a part of it. So what's to be happening with this is, this petition is supposed to have an alternate ending, the alternate ending animated and put on DVD and Blu-ray. The launch, when season 5 actually launches on DVD and Blu-ray, with the 2 ending versions of the final episode. So the ones who signed the petition want to watch, and the original ending that is kind of controversial. So I think that's pretty fair, because it's not saying erase that ending from existence. It's not saying to just get rid of it and not include it at all. It's just saying give us the alternate ending as well, so we have a choice, because we have been so invested with this character for so long. It's one of those things that us, the fans, kind of think we deserve to have. And I think that's kind of fair on both ends, because it's not just the artist's journey, it's not just the creator's journey and the voice actors and so forth, all the people who worked on the project. It's also the fans' journey with Samurai Jack. And sometimes it's more fair what the fans see than what the creators themselves see, in my honest opinion, because while we're both very invested in it, which ending is really more fair for the character themselves? Because that's what I feel is what's more fair about it, and how we come to these decisions. It's what is more fair to the characters who are being represented in these stories. And that's why I have signed this petition, repetition for emphasis. So when I first signed it, it was about 500 short. Now it's only 293, just under 300. If you guys view our thoughts on this ending, definitely sign the petition. A link to both links will be in the description below. Let me know what you think about these overall 2 situations, the comic, Samurai Jack returning to comics, and the petition as well. What are your thoughts about it? What do you hope to see in the future from Samurai Jack? If both of these, well, the Samurai Jack comic is already coming, but what else would you like? What else is what you would like to see from the ending? And if you want to see what my thoughts were about it too, check out my podcast talking about the overall series and the 2 endings I wanted to see, or would have loved to see if I was the creator of Samurai Jack, and then my reaction to this, and also check out the original video as well. Shout out to everyone, much love and support to those who created this content for us to enjoy and for me to react to also share to those who haven't seen it yet. So if you guys enjoyed this video and the stuff I talked about, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for further content to come in the future. And let me know what other further things you want to see as well. And among the other projects I do drawing videos, video game commentaries like King's Quest, and reaction videos like this, and podcasts regarding multiple topics. So I hope you did enjoy. I hope that this reaches enough people to get the petition started, and I'm very thankful to the ones who subscribed to me because of the content as of late, like with the Samurai video, and I hope to have more to come. So thanks for watching, guys, and until the wind hits our sails yet again, later days.